Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back once again. If you can believe it, can you believe? Okay. So yeah, today we're just gonna be reading some comments because I don't know. I guess I have nothing better to do. So we have a lot of comments, to get through. Hopefully, I can get through all these pretty quickly. Because there's quite a few. A lot of them relating to my newer videos. I think I haven't done this in like a long while. The last time I did this was like a month ago, and there has been a lot of piling up of just comments. So we might as well go through all of them. So yeah, it was really fun watching you break down this little interview. Keep up the good work, man. Thank you. You're welcome, kind of. But thank you for your comment. That's very cool to me. I thought, like, honestly, like this interview, I don't know. For some reason, nobody talks about it. I don't know why that is. Hence why the title is like no one talks about it. But yeah, I don't know why, because it gives us a lot of key information. Sorry, still a little bit sick. But yeah, I don't know why more people don't cover it. It's very strange. I mean, Stephen Hill, literally the director, was talking about it, and this is one of the first impressions you're going to make when talking about a video game. So alright, this one comes from Young as Official. So Official here says, yo, what was that music at the start, my ginger? Damn. The answer to this question is actually some of you may be wondering. There's this song that I was listening to a lot, and a band in particular called Nothing More. I love Nothing More. Nothing More makes some great stuff. It would be perfect for a character action game, but that's for a different time. One of the songs that they released that I listened to the most was not Fade In, Fade Out. Face It, yeah. Face It. Face It is like a 6-minute long epic, almost, when it comes to not only storytelling, but interest. So basically, for context, he says, it's time! Because basically the song is about, like, facing your fears and facing the self of who you once were. I use that, like, for my first Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video, because I thought, like, it was a song that I was listening to, and I was like, spice it up a little bit, you know, make my video a bit more interesting. Say something funny at the start, follow it up with, like, a weird interlude, and then, you know, get into the video. That way, it kind of has more personality. The video has more personality. But it kind of grew on me, so I started using it for near all my Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League videos. I don't use it for every Talking with Combo Killer video, or Talking with James video, because I think that would get pretty annoying. And I feel like it's something special just for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So, there you go. If you guys were ever wondering. This one comes from Arkham Nature. They put a lot of Justice League Easter eggs throughout the Arkham series. The Arkham universe has always been a Justice League world. Which is true. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's true that that they've clearly been teasing the Justice League in their world. Like, they teased the Flash multiple times in Arkham Knight. They teased Superman multiple times. They even teased, like, Ocean Master at one point in Arkham Knight. There's a lot of references to the Justice League. Now, why he hasn't been in touch with the Justice League is beyond me. I don't understand why we haven't seen any of the Justice League members in any of the Arkham games. It would make perfect sense for them to be in there. So, but yes, you are right. The Justice League has always been in the Arkham world. Just, you know, we haven't really seen them like face to face. We haven't really got to meet them until this game, obviously. But we'll see. Yeah, I would have preferred if they paid off those hints and Easter eggs with a Justice League game, or made a Arkham-style Superman game with more direct references to the Grady DC world with cameos and stuff. I think that's what they were trying to build. I mean, all of us have heard it at this point that Rocksteady wanted to make a Superman game, but they wouldn't let them. And yeah, I mean, it sucks that we didn't get a Superman game or a Justice League game, but you know, you live with what you live with. I think as soon as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is over, I think they're gonna make a Superman game or a Justice League game for that matter. Something. I highly doubt that they are going to keep going along with this live service route for all of their games. I highly doubt that, considering a lot of recent live service games shut down. I remember since it was yesterday. I meant yesterday because I was playing Arkham Knight and I saw Lex Luthor building. True. Yeah, I remember seeing the Lex Luthor building in Arkham Knight as well. I was like, what? Wait, that's Lex Luthor. I know that guy. I know thing. Oh, by the way, this one was from Battingson, already disproven by the dev. I said, thank God. He says where, but I saw the picture on Twitter. Some of these leaks that have been coming out have been pretty much all fake. The one about Flash getting decapitated, the one about Deathstroke being in the game or whatever, it's all been super wrong. The only leak that has been truthful has been the Battle Pass leak. That's the only thing. That's the only leak that has actually been proven true. All the other leaks have been completely false. So yeah, thank you, Bennington, for confirming that. Honestly, should just be its own universe in the same Arkham multiverse. That could later, if they want, collide with the Arkhamverse. Sorry, I messed up because I don't know English. But yeah, absolutely. I think that they might do multiverse in the future, possibly. But we already have Gotham Knights kind of doing its own thing, so I doubt that we'll ever see these universes collide. At least it's not going to happen anytime soon. Because let's face it, the current running series that we have right now is the Arkhamverse, which is the one that's been the most profitable. We have the Injustice universe, which people are very mixed on their stories. But people mostly like the gameplay. But that all depends on NetherRealm actually going back to make another Injustice game. Then we have the Telltale Batman stuff, but nobody really cares to cross over with Telltale Batman. And then we have Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is not particularly loved in the same way the Arkhamverse or the Injusticeverse. So we'll probably won't see that for a long while until we get like the Wonder Woman game and like a Superman game. Then we're more likely to see these characters come together, but we'll just have to see. Man, this video is getting rather long. I'm sorry. As someone who watches your Suicide Squad videos, I thought you were like 15. Oh yeah, I know. Some people, it's the beard, man. I get called all the time because like I wear a mask sometimes when I go to certain places. I don't know why. It's not like I'm a germaphobe. I just like covering my face. As soon as I take it off, people are like instantly blown away. They think that I'm like, you know, like 18 or 17, but as soon as I take the mask off, they're like, oh my god, you're like literally 25. I'm not 25. By the way, my birthday was recently, so now I'm 20, but, you know, yeah, I'm not 15. I kind of sound 15, don't I? But, you know, it's the beard. It catches people off guard every single time. Not only that, because they had a plan for a Superman game, but WB said no. Dustin, I know, we all know, it sucks, man. I did want a Superman game because I thought it would be, I think a Superman game under Rocksteady would be super cool. I mean, if they can do Batman, then I certainly can trust that they can do Superman. I mean, Superman's much harder than Batman, to be fair, but, you know, I still would have faith in them, but it sucks that we didn't get that Superman game, but I guarantee it, we will get it after Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, especially with all this live service stuff dying and the backlash and whatever. What's the point of a face cam where I can only make out the window? Look! Number one, I fixed it this time. The blinds are shut, and I have the light on. Number two, I don't know, for that window action, that 4K window action. Look, man, that's a good-ass looking window. Have you seen the... Hold on. Look at that view. You guys can't really see that view. It's mostly just like bushes and stuff, but it's not. Is it a tree? It's kind of like a tree. But look at that. It's such a great view, isn't it? I bet you were dying to. Yeah, I'm done with this bit. JB Studio says GK is my fave superhero game of all time. Okay. I mean, if you like Gotham Knights, I mean, I can see why people like Gotham Knights. I can't see why people would like Avengers to the life of me. But like Gotham Knights has some decent things about it. I may not like the game. I think the game is very poor and has a lot of things. But if it were to get a sequel, I wouldn't mind that, you know? I think there is some potential in the game. Some of the certain story elements are pretty good. But overall, I just did not like that game. That game has so many flaws. It's really just the gameplay that they need to fix. I mean, the story has some bad moments to be sure, but I think if they fixed the gameplay more, and made it better, and it's not just relying on 3 buttons and a shitty gear system, then I think we would be, you know, a much better case. But yeah, if you like GK, that's totally fine. I can say for sure this probably won't get a sequel with the recent backlash. IDK, the game still has 3 to 4 months to go. They can pull the Gotham Knights and remove things like the Battle Pass. All we can do is wait and see. And then Mad Titan says, I guess it depends on how well the game is received and the profit it makes regardless. Gotham Knights apparently removed the microtransactions and Battle Pass elements, but it still got mixed to negative reception overall. True. So, like I was saying before, or like the other guy is saying, is that we probably won't see a sequel to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League if it's not good or mediocre. Even if the game is mid, it won't get a sequel. Because there's been so much backlash with the recent like Battle Pass and the live service elements. I mean, it's really, really tough to get this a sequel for this game at this point. So, I mean, it is possible. I mean, we can try, we can hope. I guess if the game is good, then we can hope. But like, I mean, you're probably right in saying that, so it's a fair point. The Mad Titan said, agree, people overlook the amount of insight the initial interview shed, probably because it was right after the trailer announcement and not many people saw it. I think WB ordered them to make a Suicide Squad game instead of a Superman game to concede with the popularity of the film at the time, and the game got development in 2016, and they wanted to look close to the film, which they changed Jed's shot and Harley's overall look and design. Yeah, that's basically what I was saying, so... I mean, man, I just want a Superman game. Damn. That's not fair. But yeah, it was mostly because of the movies. They were like, oh, look, the Suicide Squad is a movie that did well. Let's, make a game out of it, And now that they backed it up even more, especially when the sequel came out. Sequel kind of, sort of, but you know what I mean. Suicide Squad kills Rocksteady. Bum, bum, bum. Thank you, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse points to a point in the video where I say that the Suicide Squad is popular, and he kind of disagrees. I think that's fair. The Suicide Squad isn't as popular as other things, but I'm saying popular enough to warrant a game. That's true. Not a lot of people are invested in the Suicide Squad when it comes to comic books. Not a lot of you see people that are dedicated to the Flash or the Titans or the Justice League, but not a lot of people are dedicated to the Suicide Squad. So I see what you mean. They're not super duper popular, but I think they were trying to ride the popularity of the movie at 2016 at the time, and then wrote it again when it came to the James Gunn Suicide Squad. But I think the movies always play a key part in how the games are made. 100%, but whatever. This exchange is actually very good. Where's Lobo? IDK, go ask Lobo. We got the lovely TSV saying a game of all time under my Gotham Knights video. True. By the way, so this one is a part of a greater thread where I was talking about gear and stuff. He pointed out that you should be able to beat the bosses and mini bosses with ease if you have the right gear set. This was a mistake by my behalf because I didn't follow up the gear. Like the Clayface boss fight, the reason why it was so spongy for me was because of the fact that I didn't equip high enough gear and he was a few levels above me, so it took me forever. So he makes a fair point. And then he sent me this video where he shows off his gear. And I'm going to show you what he showed me. Check this out. Hold on. He's wearing the owl stuff, which is pretty cool. But watch how, I don't even want to explain it, okay? Ready? Done. 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 Nearly. Anyway. But look how he clears, every enemy with just this one gear. It's all about the gear in that game, which I really wish it wasn't. It kind of takes away from some of the combat elements. Yeah, look, it's just one hit and he's already on the floor. But yeah, he showed that to me, so thank you for showing that off. And he later then pointed out the fact that, my gear sucks, which is fair. My gear did suck in that game. I wasn't really paying too much attention to the gear system, but it's more important than I realized. It really isn't as bad as everyone said. I jumped back into it myself, and I found myself actually enjoying it more time this around than my first than when it first came out. That's fair. I mean, Gotham Knights got an unprecedented amount of hate when it came to just the pure marketing, because it looked like a live service game. It looked a lot like Avengers, and they threw it in there. And a lot of people like gave it so much hate to the point where even if you see a little bit of positives, you kind of think that everybody else is wrong and your expectations are blown. What I mean is that once you set the bar so low and then it does a couple of things, a lot of people then instantly get impressed. It's all because of the way how we treated Gotham Knights. If we gave it like the amount of expectations that it would have had, a lot of people would have said that it's either mid or bad. But now a lot of people are coming back to it and they're like, wow, it's actually cool. I enjoy it and stuff, you know. It's all about public reputation. But you can like the game. That's totally cool with me. I mean, that's fair. There are some elements to like about it. This one is from Darren. Oh boy. Oh, look at that profile pic. That is, oh man, that screams manliness. Anyway, what is somewhat interesting about the Suicide Squad is they, Rocksteady, certainly aren't shy about letting people know that it's from the same studio that made Arkham games, as well as being in the same timeline. One has to wonder if it's a ploy to have people just blindly embrace the consumer nation, of Arkham Knight. It's how they're going to market this game. They're going to market a ton and saying, Arkham series, you know, because they want to get as many people in as possible. But you know, 7-Eleven boy says, damn, you gave me a lot of information about the game that I didn't know. I really seen nobody talk about that, though I don't know how it's possible. Is that he means we can switch characters in the middle of a fight. This actually, now with the recent information, we know that you can switch on the fly if you're in the open world, but if you're in certain missions, like restrictive missions, you can't do that. So yeah, that was an element that they did keep straight, but it wasn't in the individual missions, which I think it had to be a limitation, because I bet they wanted you to switch on the fly in missions as well, but maybe there's some kind of technical problem that keeps it from holding back. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad that you found my my video helpful. Got this video on my homepage randomly, and I really enjoyed it. It was very informative and funny too. Keep up the great work. Yes! Guys, it's not a Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League related video, guys. Isn't that cool? It's my video about Neacham, Frederick Neacham, which I think Neacham is a very interesting character. It was basically just going over if he's cringe or if he's based, and I found that he's a very based individual. You can watch the whole video to yourself. So anyway, Eddie Wolf, which I know by Eddie or Ed Wolf or whatever, said, so Splinter, do you think Bruce will die for real this time? Man, they could do the Gotham Knights thing where they just like he dies and then he comes back and then dies again. They could do that, but I don't know. I don't know if he will die in this game or if he won't. We'll have to see. He probably will die because of Kevin Conroy's passing, or maybe they replace him, but I don't know if they're going to replace Kevin Conroy. So this is from my 3 things I wanted from the State of Play, and he said, you must be disappointed, and the answer to this question was basically yes. I wanted raw, uncut gameplay, guys. Just give me a mission and just follow the character. That's all you have to do. Ugh. Oh well. I mean, I can dream. Lord says, thank you, brother. These people who are on the extreme ends of the spectrum are trying to deal with, and most people jump into whatever's popular opinion is, and it screws so many people who would actually like the game. I've actually stopped referring to the internet for shit like this. Yeah, it's just 2 ends of the spectrum just yapping about, just going, well, it has microtransactions, like, oh, well, it's the Destiny has it too. It's annoying. I don't like it. That's one of the reasons why I kind of stopped making Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League videos. It's because of these extremists on either side, and the internet is like, you either stick on one side or the other side. But what if you're just like, well, I'm excited for this game, but like I have a lot of issues that I want resolved, and they're like, no, you got to choose one or the other, and it's like, wow. True Warrior says, oof, no need to do all that. Just enjoy other stuff, man, and stay safe. That's what I've been doing recently. I've been trying to enjoy DMC5 SE, Hi-Fi Rush. I recently, on Game Pass, I got Watch Dogs 2, which is cool. So I'm on content-wise, I'm going to focus more on the intellectual stuff, like history maybe, plan to cover history at some point and more philosophy. Definitely more politics in the future. That would be cool. Yeah, this hurts, Benz, especially after such a long wait since Arkham Knight. This is from Sho, the master of Shifu, by the way, guys. If you haven't seen his Shifu stuff, it's amazing. But yeah, I mean, it's been like a long time since Arkham Knight. I wonder what they've been doing this whole time. Like, is it just all of this one game? It's been like 8 years. Can you believe it, guys? 8 years since Arkham Knight, and they still, and now we're getting a game just recently. It's crazy. Anyway, Black DK Sun says, I watched your video, man, and I'll be honest, I agree with you on your decision on the game. I think I can't make an opinion on this game that I haven't played myself and I don't know of. So how can I have an opinion on something that could be good, you know? I may make a video on this matter with myself taking a break from Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League because I don't want to work on other things. Thanks for giving me better insight. Cheers, man, 100%. Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of resonated with that video that I made, mostly because of the fact that the discourse is kind of crazy right now, and it's really annoying because we don't have the game in our hands. Like, I can defend the reboot day and night because I can, by the way, I'm referring to DMC Devil May Cry. I can defend that game. I can defend Splinter Cell Conviction. I can defend Arkham Knight because they're games that I have physically on me, right? I can actually play the game, right? I know how the game is from start to finish, right? I know everything about the game. That way, when we get into an argument, it's all about using those tools, but I can't do that for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's not a game that I have in my hand yet, so I can't defend it. This video we're going to kind of skip over, because he kind of does, he kind of goes overboard, with this comment. Rad, it's a long thing. This is kind of the reasons that I don't want to make Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League videos, like right here, is kind of the issue. I don't mind criticism, but it seems it comes from a very ignorant place. Like, he's saying this is practically a reskin of Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad don't even have the same combat system at all. The reason why I'm excited for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League gameplay is because it plays like Sunset Overdrive. Gotham Knights plays more like Avengers / parts of the Arkham system and parts of a really formulaic character action game that I didn't like, right? It's not a reskin. Maybe, yeah, sure, maybe the gear stuff overlaps, that's for sure. I'll take that, but it's not the same thing. And this is also something that I really disagree with right over here. He goes on to say about this stable internet connection, about, you know, games being like online, but here's the thing. I made the Destiny 2 comparison because I knew that Destiny hadn't as well. But let me make something extremely clear. I do not agree with that decision. Having to be always online for single player is stupid, and I've said that time and time again. I've said that the entire time. Even before mentioning the Destiny 2 stuff, I mentioned the fact that I don't like that decision. So why are you criticizing me on that part? I don't agree with that decision. I just made a connection to Destiny 2 because I knew that it had it. I didn't ask and say that, you know, they're the same thing. See, but anyway, this comment just kind of highlights the problem of the fact that, you know, you don't choose one side, or your arguments are terrible, and that's one of the reasons why I gave up. And now he's like trying to make a ton of these points. Yeah, because I want to play and buy the game, therefore, like, they're gonna make $100 games in the store, which you should spend $200. I just want to play for the gameplay. I want to go swoosh whoosh on the fly. I just want to zip around as Captain Boomerang. I'm not gonna really give a lot of money to the people in the battle pass because I don't really care about that. There's a free version, so I'll probably just take that, but I don't really care to spend money on that game other than the initial price. I mean, if I really, really like the game, but like, I don't... See, this is kind of my issue, is that it's one of the reasons why I can't make videos like this, because only more and more videos about this will pile up, you know? I just feel like we're going to see how it is when it comes out before we jump on the hate train. Exactly. I just want to see what the game is like and play the game before we hop onto anything. And, you know, we got another person saying he's right, but like, ugh. Anyway, I got this one for Kara. XD It says I feel the same. Somebody asked in one of my videos, is Riddler going to be in this game? I mentioned the fact that Riddler's icon popped up, and then somebody mentions you're stressing too hard over this, broski, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair, Greg. That's fair. I just don't want to, make content when I get more comments like these. Comments that are basically the information of the nerd emoji. I just don't like it. I don't like being on one side or the other. Alright, so thank you very much for watching that whole debacle, that whole nightmare. That was a longer video than I was expecting, but then again, I'll let the comments kind of pile up. We're probably going to see not much comments in the past few months because I won't be making Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League videos. The only time I will is with James, because I want to hear his opinion. But if you want to leave a comment at any point in time, I'll cover them. I'll respond to them. It would be funny comments. It can be criticism comments. It can be just, informative comments. I'm cool with it. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.